Hi, if you'd like to come on in for some symbolic support, spirit message. Going to utilize the scrolls today. The set I just completed not too long ago. So if you are interested in this set, as each set is one of one. There's Seer with the black ink. There's white that I call Spirit Scrolls, which is new. And color, chakra, multicolored. All right, spectrum style. Well, let's see what spirits are around. I'll get the spirit box going in a moment. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of sight to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's relax, take a deep breath. Move the head and neck around if we're holding any energies around there. And we'll see what comes forward. Another one, okay. Sounds good. There we go. All right, thank you for joining me. So the scrolls we have out coming out. All right. Get the spirit box going. I know it's like a whole little to-do sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm way more prepared, and then other times it just doesn't go as planned, and that's okay. All right, is what it is. You know, one of those things that measure shoes? That's what I'm seeing.
Scratch.
But that's very loud. It's tall wise. I'm measuring something. I'm measuring. So what am I measuring? Oh, I'm seeing two ferrets.
Child.
Could be children. Somebody in spirit is stepping forward with arms wide open. Arms wide open. And they are in the afterlife. Yeah, wafting of cold really just came in. Sorry, the sun's starting to come up behind me, so I apologize if that window becomes bright. There's some sort of, like, from this third eye space, and then there's like dots, but they're almost like they create like a crown, or they might be like a crystal child. I see them floating a lot. Floating. Floating, like floating. Just floating around. I don't know if somebody sees a lot of orbs. Orbs around them, around their home. What is this measurement? Oh. Okay, so if somebody has lost a child, they have, in that foot measuring thing, they have reached, I'm going to say full size. And they ascended. Thank you. They ascended. Could be a son as well. But when I heard the word son, I actually felt like I was rising up, like floating towards the sun. And wow. I felt warm. I felt very embraced when I got there. There might have even been two.
Chains.
Oh, it's a necklace.
Under.
It's a necklace. When I was seeing that third eye in the dots, they were received at the highest point. When I come back down to earth, I feel like I might have a necklace, whether I'm a parent, auntie, in memory of. There's a necklace, and it's almost like one of those like best friend ones or something, or half of my heart. That's what I'm seeing. These might even be siblings if you lost a sibling. I'm going to go on over here. Thank you. Okay, I'm definitely being called to, like, I'm just going to speak to a sibling. Not to dismiss parents if you lost a child. But I feel like the message is for a sibling. I'm seeing coloring. Yeah, like I'm
Elderly.
coloring in it.
What is that?
And I'm seeing somebody might have had an affinity for like bugs. Like just really enjoyed bugs. Thank you. Okay.
Institution.
News. Infection. And the Watcher. Snow leopard. Okay, give me 2 shakes here. Oh, not infection. Intuition. Hilarious. Maybe I said infection for a reason. Maybe they passed away from an infection. Okay, so I feel like I said that very oddly. So, news and intuition. Yeah, there's something about this spirit talking to a sibling. Like there's 2 and there's 2. Intuitively speaking, there is a third. I just don't know if there's 2 siblings and the sibling that passed. I'm not going to get caught up in there and in the numbers of it. News is coming, but intuitive news, like messages from, there's that sun feeling. Okay, somebody feels like they're being squished with grief, maybe. And this sibling in spirit just sends all these birds. Like right from when I was ascending and I felt that warmth of the sun, or it could be a sun. And it sent, as soon as like they can feel the squench of this other half of their heart. Maybe they're twins, maybe you're twin souls, maybe, I don't know what it is, but you're very, very connected. Soulmates, and you were just happened to be born as, not happened to be, but you chose to be, incarnate as siblings. But as soon as this squench is felt, the spirit like comes rushing from the warmth of that space towards you. And then it comes over to send this warmth, while you're feeling cold, feeling like you're out in the cold, that you're maybe like being watched. There's orbs. This is that, and I see it floating. Orbs floating. All right, I'm going to continue on here. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. If you're joining me for this Scry story, and may you find a message with meaning. Okay, now I'm seeing a jack. Could also be a name. If I was like jacking up a car or something. I'm seeing an old car. Like a Buick.
Invisible.
Like a Buick Regal or something like that. Maybe they still make them. I'm not entirely sure. The Pilgrim. Yeah, it's an older car. Thank you.
How are you?
I am good, thanks. How are you? The box.
Sing.
Okay. Bear with me here. The Pilgrim came out again, even as I tried to put it in. Thought it was just about the car. The Pilgrim, the box. Somebody get in a car accident? The Lover. Okay, we might be switching stories here.
How are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you? Somebody might have lost a lover in a car accident. I just heard the sibling speaking again. I am with you. I am the orbs. I am the spirit. Light blue also might be like a teal, light blue, electric blue for the siblings that's coming through. Again, it could be a boy, brother, this, that, or the other. Okay, I'm on this road, like this pilgrimage, this journey. I don't know if somebody, like maybe they went to work or they went away for a while. Maybe you guys separated. I'm not sure, but they might have been in a car accident, is how I'm feeling it. Because they were in a container. And they did pass over. They didn't suffer, even though I feel like it looks like they suffered.
Hair.
Something about their hair could have been more prominent. They were greeted with agape love. They were greeted with agape love. It's like they were a diamond in a rough kind of person. Like maybe they were rough around the edges. But those who knew them knew how pure their heart was, or how pure they had sight. They had sight of something. Now, I don't want to get stuck on that it was a car accident. Because I feel like there's another opportunity where they might be somebody that foresees things.
Curious.
They might almost be like prophetic. No, thank you. No, I'm being asked to go back to, they were in a car accident or some sort of vehicle. Truck driver even.
Mother.
Because the whole jacking up the car again, it could also be a name. They were so lovingly met. I feel like they might have been hesitant to go right off the hop, because they were met right away. Yeah, I feel like they were buried under the car or something like that, wherever they were thrown to, because something had to be lifted, like Jaws of life or something. Something had to be lifted.
Undecided.
And when they rose up, they took the hand. Okay. I don't know why I'm trying to figure that out. Because it's almost as if they wanted to stay, if I may. I'm really trying to feel this feeling. Like there was some confusion in the moment of, do I stay here on Earth where it's,
Right.
more dense to be closer to my loved ones, because this accident may have come by like shocking. And spirit was right there. And it's like you can actually be closer by coming up, or by coming with me. Because there's healing to be done. There's some sort of healing that needed to be done. Lord of Ruin. Oh, it was a bad car accident. Lord of Material Success. And not that there's like a good car accident, but this, like I said, Jaws of life, it feels like a, I don't know if there's a transport truck involved. Possibly
Elderly.
up to 6 car. There could have been, maybe this person was elderly, because that whole pilgrim, and I'm not using that term like to determine age. It was more about the car. Maybe they were elderly. They wanted to stay. But they knew if they did, it would be harder. It appears closer. Okay, can we add on some messages to support these 2 spirit stories that are coming through? It's interesting that it kind of feels ageless. With the siblings, younger spirits, sorry. to possibly somebody elderly in a car accident or truck driver. And maybe even the truck driver was driving and somebody passed away. I feel like I scrunch my forehead a lot. Sorry. Purity. Okay, everyone has gone. Everyone has gone where they needed to be. I'm going to bring the two stories together here. So if there's anything else you'd like to add, we are getting ready to close out. So purity has come through. I know the words don't really come through on these cards. Everyone went to the light.
What should I do?
You can just hang loose and hang here with me for 1 minute. Ecstasy, breakthrough, universe. Okay, universe, thank you. Purity, ecstasy, breakthrough.
Stephen, Gemini.
Stephen and Gemini might mean something to someone. Somebody was broken free from this car accident and from this child who ascended.
Keep going.
Like I feel a lot of excitement, actually. I don't know if the sibling was sick.
Tradition.
Like with that infection that I read incorrectly. But they broke free from it and were quite happy to do that. Ecstasy came in right behind it. Ecstasy. Transformation. There's like a fast growing. It's almost like as if so if I go from the sibling that I feel younger, and even younger, it doesn't have to be young, and like 12 or 6 or 17, it can be 22, 33, something along that lines. They're just the energy was very, very youthful in this connection with the sibling. And even as when I think of my siblings, and you can be a grown-ass adult, but you get around your siblings and things can get silly.
Gregory.
Just different than everyone else you interact with in the world. Like you're always like eternal children. And they went to the light, purity, and they're home with the universe. Absolutely. But they do come around you in orbs and stuff like that. They're still very, very much around you in those birds and those messages and helping you through any grief or reflections that go darker. Because they're not in the dark, they're in the light. And they want you to be there with them. So I'm coming back into the pilgrimage of possibly the truck driver or the elderly. I'm not sure who actually passed, if not all of them, because there's possibly up to 6 cars or 6 vehicles. They had to be broken through like Jaws of life or something like that. This was a crumple of a car accident. And when they came out of their body, it was nighttime. It was nighttime. And when they took the offering of spirit of the hand coming through, they felt ecstasy as they were rising up to this place of perspective to help them feel reassured that staying earthbound, if I may, was like it was the right decision to trust that. Because they can actually make more of a footprint to come back and connect and heal. Something about healing. The tragedy didn't necessarily induce trauma for the spirit who decided to or spirits that decided to go. It's almost like there is half and half. How some digested it, traumatizing and tragedy. That was a weird way to say that, but we all handled it differently. We are all still one with the universe. We are all still one with the universe. Somebody is now seeing something from a very different perspective in spirit. I don't know what their beliefs were when they were living, if anyone survived this accident, the souls of this, of like that moment in time, that universe, they're helping any survivors heal from the tragedy and the trauma. That's what that is. They in turn become the very spirits that come down as an offering to heal from anyone who feels traumatized, ruined by this, ruined, even on a metaphysical level. Everybody in the spirit story is being watched from light beings. Okay, I'm going to leave it, excuse me, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to do cleansing and stuff afterwards to help anyone move through. Or if they're just simply visiting, sharing a message for somebody. Gratitude for the guest, the ghostly guest. And if you are a fellow seer, seeker, that you resonated, found the message with meaning that may serve not only at this point in time, but another point in time. All right. Until next time. Thank you.